Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's curious question comes from one of our awesome viewers, AliceVeda0292. Thanks for the suggestion, Alice. You asked, what do the numbers under plastic bottles mean? If you've ever picked up a water bottle, flipped it over, and noticed that mysterious little triangle with a number inside, you've probably wondered, is this a secret recycling code? Or did I just unlock a plastic prophecy? Well, today we're cracking the code. Literally. We're diving into what those plastic numbers mean, why they matter, and whether your soda bottle is a hero of the recycling world or a villain in disguise. So, if you've ever been confused at the bottom of a shampoo bottle or made eye contact with a suspicious triangle, stick around, because we're breaking down the real meaning behind plastic bottle numbers right here on Explaining Everything. So, here's the deal. Those numbers inside the triangle on the bottom of plastic bottles, that's called a resin identification code. Sounds super fancy, like something Iron Man would say while fixing a blender. But all it does is tell you what type of plastic the item is made from. It's not about how recyclable something is. It's about the material. Think of it as the plastic's blood type. But instead of O positive, it's like polyethylene terephthalate, which is a fancy way of saying, I'm the kind of plastic soda bottles love. Let's break down the code numbers. 1 through 7, like a reality show lineup. Spoiler. Some are heroes, some are villains, and one is just straight up chaotic. Say hello to PET. No, not the kind you feed and name Mr. Fluffykins. PET stands for polyethylene terephthalate, and it's the Beyoncé of plastics, used in water bottles, soft drink bottles, salad dressing containers. The good news? It's recyclable, and it's turned into new bottles, carpets, and even jackets. PET is that one overachiever we all pretend to like, but secretly envy. Bad news. Reuse with caution. PET can degrade if you refill it a bunch of times. So maybe don't keep your emergency iced coffee in it forever. Next up, HDPE, aka high-density polyethylene. It's the strong, silent type. Think milk jugs, detergent bottles, and shampoo containers. HDPE is durable, widely recycled, and kind of a workhorse. If PET is the star, HDPE is the dependable best friend who helps you move on weekends. Bonus, it's considered one of the safest plastics, and it has a long shelf life. Unlike that oat milk you forgot in the fridge last week. Ah yes, PVC, or polyvinyl chloride. The bad boy of the plastics world. It shows up in pipes, clear food wrap, and credit cards. It's flexible, but also kinda toxic. PVC has a rough rep. Recycling it is tricky, and when it breaks down, it can release nasty chemicals, like the kind of fumes that say, hey, breathe me if you want to grow a third arm. If Pete is Beyoncé, PVC is the moody indie artist who smells like gasoline. Say hi to LDPE, or low-density polyethylene. This one's chill. It makes your plastic grocery bags, squeezable ketchup bottles, and that clingy shrink wrap you always mess up. Recycling it? Not so common, but not impossible. LDPE is like your friend who's always late, but somehow brings snacks, so you forgive them. Next up, PP. No, not what toddlers say. It stands for polypropylene. You'll find it in yogurt cups, syrup bottles, and that weird hinge on flip-top shampoo lids that always breaks. PP is heat-resistant and durable, and it won't melt in the microwave unless you forget about it and start a tiny kitchen fire. No judgment. Good news, it's recyclable and one of the safest plastics. So basically, a dependable team player with strong dad energy. Here comes PS, or polystyrene, aka styrofoam, the lightweight, crumbly stuff that somehow sticks to your hand for 7 hours, even if you touch it for 2 seconds. Used in takeout containers, coffee cup lids, and existential despair. It's hard to recycle and breaks down into microplastics. Not great for the planet, and honestly, not great for your food either. PS is like that ex you keep going back to, even though you know you shouldn't. And finally, Code 7, the wild card, the Chaos Goblin. This number means none of the above. Used for things made from layered plastics, polycarbonate, bioplastics, or anything experimental from a lab somewhere deep in a volcano. Some of it's recyclable, some of it's not. Some of it probably turns into a transformer if you leave it near a microwave. This is the plastic equivalent of choose your adventure. Here's the kicker. Just because plastic has a number doesn't mean your local recycling center will take it. Some cities accept 1 and 2 only. Others go up to 5. Code 6 and 7? Usually a hard nope. So always check your local recycling guidelines, unless you enjoy getting passive-aggressive letters from the trash company. Because plastic doesn't just vanish into the void. It ends up in landfills, oceans, and occasionally your lunch if you're not careful. Knowing these numbers helps you make better choices, such as buying products in recyclable containers, avoiding Code 3 when possible, and not mistaking Code 7 for a reusable coffee cup. So, what have we learned today? Those numbers under plastic bottles are not lottery numbers or a secret code from the Illuminati. They tell you what type of plastic the item is made from. And some plastics are more recyclable than others. PT and HDPE are the golden children. PVC is the problematic cousin. And 7? That's the weird aunt who only shows up at weddings. And remember, always check under your bottle. You never know what kind of shady triangle it's hiding. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.